It's kind of hard to be keeping focus right now because sampling a lot of beers and
We'll have to try the next one.
feeling a bit happier than usual. Hey people, so welcome to Ragamuffin Cafe with Kingston Jamaica, a local brewer that does operations right here in Kingston, Jamaica. And today we're talking about beers. Yeah, so you're the owner of Troubles Brewery?
Owner, head brewer, operator, mostly I clean.
Is that single man operation?
Yeah, single man. I get a little bit of help from my brother and my sister-in-law, but as far as all the production, most of the labeling, cleaning, especially
all you?
cleaning, all me. Yeah.
So I guess you're a busy guy, huh?
Yeah. Time is a luxury.
So tell me about the story. What's the history behind it?
The earliest memory I have of thinking about beer as being involved in it,
Yes.
young, in prep school probably.
You making beers at Pepsi?
Not making it, but
Thinking about it?
I wish. Oh, if I knew then, I'd be a real master now. But I always said I'd have a beer, I'm gonna have a store that has beers from all over the world and call it 100 bottles of beer.
At that young age.
I think it all just stemmed from the 100 bottles of beer on the wall song that you hear on
Oh, yeah.
TV. It all came together when I went on my honeymoon. We were on a trip all through Europe and we came back. Came in and out through Belgium and I went on a beer tour, of course. And the tour guide said, what's going on in America is amazing right now. And at that time, I knew a little bit about Belgian beers. Very little. I thought I knew a little, but I knew very, very little. And when he said, what's going on in America is amazing, I said, what are you talking about?
Honestly, I am not a fan of the American beers. They seem a bit watered down.
And that's the funny thing. That's just what we know and what's presented to us.
Yeah.
There's this whole world around who owns what and what is mass-produced big beer and what is craft beer and big beer buying out craft beer. At some point, not even right away, of course I brought, at the airport on the way back, I of course picked up a beer and I saved it in the fridge and enjoyed it with my father-in-law, and his reaction and my reaction were the same. And he said, this is just so amazing, it's different. It wasn't the same type of beer, it wasn't what we're used to.
Totally different from what you're used to.
Well, what we're used to and what the beers everybody thinks about is a lager.
Yeah.
Lager, L-A-G-E-R. So if my red stripe says lager beer, I used to think that meant lager.
Larger?
Larger, yeah. You know that too?
Yeah.
Always. But that's a style of beer, or that's actually a type of beer, and it can get very technical and very nerdy about beer, and that's probably why I like it. But a little later on, just looking on the internet, I realized there's something called homebrewing. And I said, you could make beer
at home.
So down the rabbit hole. I mean, I'm the type of person I will get into something and I will just overkill. So that's what I did. I said to my wife, what do you think about starting brewing beer? She said, yeah, whatever. She didn't think I was going to do anything. But a couple of months later, equipment started coming. She jokes and says the equipment had babies because there'd just always been more and more things.
Oh, yeah. When you go into an industry, like, always see more things to buy, and it's like, when you have a whole.
Or worse, when you start out simple and trying to, okay, let me not spend the money, let me get this, and then you have to upgrade and upgrade. So yeah, we're in an apartment at the time, so we had a nice roof patio here, and I'd brew out there and bottle some stuff. The first beer I did was okay.
What year was that? The same 2016?
It was 2018. I'd said me and my family, my in-laws, we were going up somewhere, we're going to spend a weekend somewhere, so I said, let me try and get this beer for that. The beer was pretty good. Most people enjoyed it. I definitely didn't wait long enough, it didn't really finish.
Oh, you never finished?
Well, not that I didn't finish. The temperature wasn't just right, the fermentation wasn't perfect, but it was a pretty good beer. It was an imperial blonde. And a blonde is a completely different style of beer than the lager that we know. And there are over 100 documented, don't quote me on this, somewhere around 100 literally documented styles of beer in the world.
So you brewed your first beer in 2018.
Yes.
Now, 2021, and you have a product here.
Yes.
How transition from brewing a beer to having a bottled product here?
The most important thing that the first batch I did wasn't awful. And the second batch I did was a little bit, was
Better. So you gain
Much
some
better.
confidence.
Oh yeah, yeah, and there was a lot of beer styles that I've never had that I always wanted to try.
I can't really get it here in Jamaica,
No,
so you're
you
like,
can't.
let me make it myself.
Exactly, and I'm that type of person. If I can't get it, I can't wait on somebody to do it. So
I
just do it
am the
yourself.
same person as
Yeah,
well.
exactly. You gotta get stuff done.
Like,
Sometimes.
that's why I started my trial, because like a lot of food I can't get here in Jamaica. I was like, let me go online, see how I can make it,
Yes.
and
Awesome.
try it out. When you started Trouble Brew,
Around the time Oktoberfest, the Kingston Oktoberfest that happened. From bring a 5-gallon batch to a pot for a 15-gallon batch.
oh,
Got a little difficult because the fermenter had to be bigger too. And to get that cool was a whole other challenge.
how do you have a big fridge?
That's what it was, yeah. A big fridge with a temperature control on. You can buy these really cheap things. You plug them in, you plug the fridge into that, and there's a temperature probe that goes in the fridge. So you tell it what temperature it wants, and it will give the fridge power.
You went on the market in 2020.
I left my full-time job in November last year.
November.
So, yeah, coronavirus hit. I've already did the Oktoberfest. The reception on that was so good. I said, all right, I have to do this then. So we registered the business, and we got going. Went through all, finding out what we needed, lawyer, find out this, get that, and slowly start growing.
How many different types of beer do you have?
Right now,
On the market.
Right now, 3. I have 2 more about to
Upcoming?
fully be on the market.
So here we have 3 beers.
Yep. Shine Eye Gal.
Shine Eye, this is Blonde Ale. Shine Eye Gal, yeah.
Do you catch a reference on that one? Name the artist. Come on. I'm going to test you, you know. It's my show when you're born.
I don't know.
You know who's singing Guess Who's Coming to Dinner?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know that song?
I know the song, but I don't know who.
Black
name.
Uhuru.
Black Uhuru?
Black Uhuru. Them sing a song named Shine Eye Gal is a trouble to a man.
I feel young.
Yeah, man.
And we have Easy Skanking.
That's a Hefeweizen
So-
or German wheat beer.
So the name have a lot to do with the type of beer this is.
The name itself, no. The name is more about the mood of the beer.
Make it
or
very
who it's
Jamaican.
towards. Yeah, of course.
I also have Hot Stepper.
Hop stepper.
Hop
yep.
Stepper.
Yep. Everybody
It's a
says
pun
hot
in that. So I'm looking at them right now. I like to see what's inside the bottle. I like to taste what's inside the bottle.
We can do that for sure. I think
Alright.
it's time.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
think
but
we're
that
talking
doesn't
enough now. It's time to quench our thirst. All right, so we're starting with Easy Skanking.
All right.
It's very cold.
Yes, and it's highly effervescent as you can see. This style is usually supposed to be highly effervescent, but this one looks like it's a little too excited to tell you the truth. It shook up on the way here, so that certainly contributed to it. So Hefeweizen is a German wheat beer. It's made with over 50% of the malt bill is wheat. It is highly carbonated. Once again, sometimes true to style is one thing, but how people prefer it in Jamaica is another.
How often do you drink beer on the regular?
Whenever I brew, especially when I'm bottling, closer to the time of bottling, we could taste it along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
You
I
get
don't
drunk
know.
while doing it?
Sometimes. Sometimes.
So casual about it. Like
Yeah.
sometimes.
When we go to, we have a keg system at Butcher Block, and I clean it as well. So usually I have to taste the beer afterwards and make sure. Sometimes I taste too much. Prost, as they say in Germany. Yep. What we know as beer is not what you'll taste. You taste a whole different type of beer. You haven't tried this one before, this style of beer?
No, somewhat.
Yeah.
I went to Galveston, they have a local brewery. Galveston Tiki Wheat.
Nice.
Very citrusy.
Wheat, yeah. Very good.
It's
Wheat
good.
beers are good.
That's where I appreciate wheat beers.
Yeah, and this is a completely different style. The German wheat beer, it's all about the yeast. It's a yeast-forward beer. So most of
Yeah.
those flavors you're getting are actually from the yeast alone.
So what is the alcohol percentage in this one?
This one's 5%.
5%?
So it's a nice light beer. Finishes quite dry. So it's very moreish. You just want more and more and more. Not a lot of bitterness.
Yeah, I kind of want to drink this out, but I realize that I have like 4 more beers to drink.
Here's a Shine Eye Gal. It's a blonde ale. It is 5.5% alcohol, as you can see.
You can see the difference
Carbonation
between,
is more along what we're used to seeing, but look at that head. The head is important.
You can see the difference between the color.
Oh yeah. I think this is the perfect gateway beer into craft beer because it's a little malty, it's a little hoppy, you get some different aromas on it. But It's enjoyable as a restaurant. Cheers. Get some sweetness on it.
Yeah,
The
it
aroma.
smells very.
That's the honey malt,
sweet.
which you can taste. We have that here to try. When I brewed this style for the first time, that's when I was like,
This is different from what I'm used to.
yeah.
This is different from what I'm used to.
It's more, I would call it technically it's an American style blonde, but the hops in it are German hops.
Yeah.
So it's a nice blend of the two.
It tastes a little bit sweeter than this one.
Yeah, surprisingly enough. I don't usually get that, but I think when you smell it and all you can think is sweetness.
Yeah.
it comes out. But this is one of my favorites. This is a go-to.
I don't know if it kind of tastes a more fruity flavor, like a more.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if it's because I'm smelling it.
Here's the IPA.
When I say I never tasted the IPA before.
Oh, really?
No.
Well, I go for the West Coast American style. IPA is something that's been brought back by America. It's originally a beer that was built for travel to India from England.
Yeah.
And the hops are there because hops are antimicrobial and they help the beer last the journey, because a long journey on the ships, in the sea, rough sea, in barrels, basically. You usually get the aroma is the important thing on this.
This looks golden.
Yeah.
Kind of a
color.
honey.
Yeah.
Look.
Exactly. Cheers. And
Oh,
this
yeah.
one, you get more aroma on it. There's a lot more hops. Hops are added at the beginning of the boil, the end of the boil.
Smells
Yeah.
sweet.
Hops are added in fermentation as well. Yeah.
Right.
Floral. I would say floral, earthy. Because the different
Yeah, this
hops.
is very earthy as well.
Some people.
Kind of bitterish, more bitterish compared to the others.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about the pale ale. Or the IPA, I should say. The IPA is known to be a bitter beer, but it was a lot more harsh originally.
Yeah.
And then I made some tweaks. And it's, instead of being sharp edges, it's a more smooth transition between the beginning and the end. One thing that I get from a lot of people is there's lychee. I taste passion
Lychee?
fruit. Yeah. So people perceive things differently. And it's funny, now that I say that, you might be picking it up. Yeah. The first time I had an IPA, I couldn't stand it. So I was like, all right, let me try. Because everybody loves IPA so much, but I'm happy with how this one came out.
It's not bad. This is my first time tasting an IPA, to be honest.
I'm glad. Hopefully that leads you to want more. You know, women tend to prefer this
Really?
more. Yeah, that's the best. That's the most funniest thing. By the way, 6.7% alcohol.
6.7%?
Yeah. We are gonna try the local time pale ale. You'll notice that there's no label, because the label is just not ready yet.
It's not on the market yet.
Not on the market yet. However, you can get it on tap here at Ragamuffin right now. How about you taste it first and tell me what you think? It's a pale ale. I take inspiration from England on it. It has some English malts, which have a more bready character. It features a hop named Calypso, and there's a little bit of thyme in there, hence the name Local Thyme. I smell a mix of the hops and the
Yeah,
thyme.
it's not the time.
Yeah,
For real.
there's just a little bit in there. You don't want to taste it and think.
But the thing is,
all
the
day.
time, like, it's very fragrant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
It has also a kick at the end.
It does. This one actually develops quite well.
By the way, I'm feeling a little bit woozy right now.
I
I'm drinking lots
asked
of beers.
you before we started if you ever done a drunk interview before.
Honestly, I haven't really ate a lot.
Yeah, my
Just
mistake.
breakfast, and right now it's what? After 5?
Oh, that's problems. That's problems. Does this taste like a low or high alcohol beer? What do you think?
It doesn't taste.
Or feel like?
The end kind of have a kick at the end, but
Yeah, there's some bitterness there.
it says against alcohol percentage.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use these as a reference.
Okay.
Say 5,
Close. I was aiming for a low alcohol beer. This is 4.2.
4.2.
4.2. And that's all in technique of the beer brewing process. There's a brewing and then there's a fermenting, you know? So all I do is I make what you call wort for the yeast to consume.
What's
and
that,
make
wort?
alcohol. Yeah, it's called wort, W-O-R-T. So when you brew, you make wort and you put that, you add the yeast to it at the right temperature and the yeast does all the work.
I haven't tasted all of it yet. 4 out of 5 so far. But so far I have a favorite right now. What's your favorite?
It depends. If I'm jogging, I'll carry.
You know what?
Yeah, if I go for a run, I'll carry the easy skanking with me.
He's jogging. He's going to have beer.
No, easy
Beer,
skanking, the label
not
says
water.
it all. It's at the beach, you know. I used to live in Mobay, so I used to wake up whatever time of day, just drive to the beach and go hang out the whole day. That's the perfect beach beer.
My favorite would be the China Gal.
The Shine Eye Gal?
Yeah.
You pointed to the wrong one. That's the Shine Eye Gal.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Shine
man,
Eye Gal.
she's a favorite of a lot of people.
When you hear about jerk chicken, I think about beer. And you hear about beer, I think about jerk chicken.
Yeah.
So having jerk chicken now, what beer would you go for?
The spicier the better, and the hop stepper will
Hop
go.
stepper.
Hop stepper pairs well because of the bitterness. It pairs well with spices. But easy skanking will go well with some cheeses. Probably
Alright.
the stinkier the better.
The what?
Stinkier the better. You know, we have stink cheese.
Yeah.
And I think it goes
The
well.
stinkier the better.
Yeah.
Alright, create your own meal now. So
Oh God.
from your products here, from your beer, pair a beer with a meal.
A mozzarella cheeseburger on a sourdough brioche bun.
Alright. Let's see how it is.
Shine Eye Gal.
China Gal.
Yeah.
Let's say, guys, it's kind of hard to be keeping focus right now because sampling out of beers and
We'll have to try the next one.
feeling a bit happier than usual. So now we have the stout.
Yes. Bring your glass. This one is called Little Stout, and I have to big up our friends at 11 Cocoa.
Yes.
Yeah, provide us with the nibs, all Jamaican, locally sourced throughout the island. This is they call it Little Stout. It is a lower ABV stout
Yes.
with, it features cocoa nibs. It sat on the cocoa nibs for a while. It also features lactose sugar, so sugar derived from milk.
Yeah.
And why we do that is because the lactose sugar is unfermentable. So if you just throw sugar in beer when it's fermenting, the yeast will consume that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what yeast.
But lactose.
Lactose can't ferment, so you can hold on to that sweetness. This is technically, it's called, in America you can get by calling it a sweet stout, but in Jamaica it has to be labeled as a milk stout.
Milk stout.
Yeah, so on the label it will say milk chocolate stout because it does.
Yeah,
feature cocoa
I can smell the cocoa in it.
notes. And the cocoa does something amazing to beer. You get, I've had the cocoa in a different beer as well that we've made, and it has this different bouquet of you get flowers. You get I can't even describe it.
Stout goes well with chocolate.
Yeah, exactly. So I figured why not throw some cocoa in a stout.
So where you get most of the ingredients from?
I have to import them all.
All?
All. I mean, who's doing malted barley?
Well, nowhere in Jamaica.
Who's processing? Who's kilning? And there's a whole massive industry.
You can try these?
Yeah. I brought them in these bags if you want. You can. So this is a Pilsner malt, and this one is used in the Easy Skanking and in the Shine Eye Gal.
Yeah.
So you just pour out some in your hand.
I say I'm not really a fan of stout like by itself, but
Me
this
neither.
is
That's why I did this one.
this is smooth.
Exactly. I wanted to do a stout that I want. I brew the beer I want to drink. Yeah, and hopefully everybody else wants to try it.
Yeah. Do you snack on this while you're making beer?
No. I will taste it just to customize myself to taste it.
Like I would snack on this.
Yep. The only thing is the husk that can get annoying, but that husk is important when you're brewing. The malts give the beer the color. The malts give the beer its malty taste. So the IPA is a hop forward beer. Most of your taste flavors are coming from the hops. The Hefeweizen, the Easy Skanking, is a yeast forward beer. Most of the flavors are really coming from the yeast. Shine Eye Gal, a little mix of hoppiness and maltiness. Yeah?
Yeah.
But this is one of the malts in the Shine Eye Gal. But the last thing I think you should try is some of the cocoa nibs. It'd be very interesting to try a cocoa nib and have this stout.
This is very snackable.
And there's a nice aroma on that too.
This is-
You ever had cocoa nibs? I know they have some of the guys like Pure and 11 Cocoa. They have some bars that they feature some cocoa nibs.
Honestly, I
Very
might
nice.
buy some of this because I want to make chocolate bars on my
yeah.
channel.
This is your starting point.
Yeah. You're not gonna have none? Just me?
Oh, yeah, sorry. The only problem is these produce, when you leave these in the fermenter, they can produce some oils. I took too many. But it can affect the head on a beer. So we're trying to work with that.
Bitter.
What happened?
It's bitter.
Yeah, it is. So when you sit on a beer, it brings out these other flavors. This is impressive.
That's a nice chocolate flavor at the starting. You get bits at the end, man.
And that's why we use lactose. That's why it's a milk stout, because I needed something to
Balance it out.
combat or balance out the bitterness from the chocolate and the unfermentable sugars from the lactose. Is how you do it.
I kind of like it, but
I can see you. The husk don't annoy you. I can't taste it without spitting out the husk usually. I have to try my best not to that. But I'm glad
this could be in a trail mix for me, and I'll be happy.
I'm glad I didn't put the ones I didn't have back in there.
What do you think about people who drink hot beer? Do you drink hot beer, by the way?
No.
Think about people.
You do taste everything. I mean, the colder beer is, the less you actually taste. That's why when I did that beer tour in Belgium, the first thing I said is look at the label. We must have had a Belgian double, like a Chimay or something, and it says serving temperature. It says serving temperature on the label. So it's like, all right, this
So
one
it's like
says.
steak?
Yeah, he said this temperature, all right, it's a little cold, so you guys can warm it up. He had us warm it up a little bit, like in our hands and in our lap and thing, and then try it. Because, same thing he said, if you're having a double, you want to taste it. You don't want it to be ice cold and not taste anything.
Yeah.
So, that's an interesting thing too. But no, I don't personally enjoy hot beers, although you taste everything. If you want to know what's going on, you taste it warm.
I love a cold beer. That's 1 degree Celsius.
Oh God.
Just right there before freezing point.
I think you might miss out on a couple things.
Yeah?
Yeah, especially with my beers, if you have it too cold. No, it's hot in the summertime,
Yeah.
right? Already, I mean, the sun is up from 5 o'clock in the morning. Serve it well cold, that's fine. Because if it's sitting out for 5 minutes, it's gonna get to the right temperature.
I usually have my beer with like maybe some ice on the side, so
Yeah.
keep it there while I drink. Because it's not like I'm gonna chug it down.
Yeah.
So I want it to chill while I have a conversation.
You put ice in the cup.
No, ice, no. I like a container of ice.
Oh,
to
okay. You
stick
keep
the
the
beer
bottle
in,
nice. Yeah.
So you have 3 flavors now. You soon put 2 on the market.
Yep.
So where can people find the beer?
Okay, so we are here at Ragamuffin on tap and in the bottle. So come here and enjoy it. You usually get some stuff that you won't get in the bottle here because they're our biggest supporter of been here. So where? Ragamuffin.
Yeah.
Uncorked.
Yeah.
Everywhere in Jamaica uncorked. 3 of them. Butcher Block. The Butcher Block JA in Manor Park.
My bar.
Yeah. Fromage.
Orange.
Chilitos.
Cholitos.
And of recent, we're in Super Valley Fresh Food Supermarket on Constant Spring Road.
Alright.
And more coming.
It's been 1 year now?
Almost 1 year, but it's about 7 months since I've left my full-time job and been doing this full-time.
And how has sales been overall?
All right, the curfews have hurt over the last 2 months especially, but we're okay. We're okay. Once the curfews are lifting now, so we're looking forward to doing much better.
Yeah.
So I know everybody's itching to go.
So more entertainment equal more drinking.
Exactly. Go to your restaurants, go to your bars, ask for Troubles Brewing if you can. Not if you can, ask for it. Just ask for it.
So guys, this is locally brewed, so support the local businesses.
Yes, and the aim is to grow. I want to hire people. I want to build. I want to build a place. I want to build a brewery. I want to build upon this. We want the diversity in beer. Jamaica deserves it, so it's time.
It's knocking on that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see more from your brand.
Thank you, and big up and thanks to Karma Knives. I
Yes.
haven't met him yet, but thank you for recommending me to Onari.
Yes. So
Very happy to
Jabilani,
meet you.
getting some big ups now.
Respect. We're not gonna cut one of my bottles with the knives though. I know you still want that. No.
Recycling.
Exactly. Yes, important thing, by the way, recycling. If you purchase a bottle, you can always return it to Butcher Block in Manor Park, and they will give you a $50 credit towards more beer there. So
Not bad.
it's a good deal. And recycling is a big part of what we're doing. You finish all the beer
Yeah,
already?
can I finish all my beer?
You,
Yeah, so was that stout?
yeah, I think I finished the pale ale already.
Yeah, I want to say thanks to Ragamuffin Cafe for hosting us. I want to
Yes.
say thank you. Yeah, thank you for being here.
Respect. It's a pleasure and an honor meeting you.
Yeah. Waiting to see more from you. We'll see
get
the
there.
stout on the market because I'm liking this stout.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited about it.
And I say thanks to the audience here. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe. Drinking too much. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment below what you think, you know.
Beer interviews are
You need
hard.
to try more beer. I need to drink less because I know.
It's
I
good.
need to increase my beer tolerance.
Yes. Start by half a bottle.
I've been locked up for some time now, so I'm a social drinker, so I don't really drink alone.
Yeah.
So now things is getting back to normal, so
You can do it.
I need to increase my beer tolerance
One
so I can drink more.
per day. And you'll be good.
Yeah, so one shiny gal a day.
Shine, I got.
One shiny gal a day. I said I drink
Shine
too much.
again. Oh Lord, see that's the problem about these interviews. My apologies, I have to pour less.
Right.
That's what I need to know.
Oh.
People start coming, it's the second interview I've ever done, and people, by the end, they said, shine the girl,
I need to get in control of myself. But yeah, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until next week Sunday. Bye.
Big up YouTube.
And we can have a drink down.